If you drive for Uber Eats, you may be making massive mistakes that causes you more frustration, waste your time, and the big thing, cost you money. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the 7 very worst mistakes you can make driving for Uber Eats. Now, if this is the first time that you and I are meeting, my name is Mike, and this channel is dedicated to your success in this gig economy, the side hustle. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. And the fastest way to learn the fundamentals when it comes to delivery, the very best tips, tricks, and strategies, visit yourdrivermike.com/delivery. Now, I have driven on most every single food delivery app out there. And I recently, re-picked up driving for Uber Eats. And I've discovered 7 massive problems, some of which are exclusive just to Uber Eats that, again, it's costing you time, it's costing you money. Number 1, accepting orders like these. I have been very discouraged with base pay on Uber Eats. My goal for you is to at least get $1 per mile. That is a very minimum because you can write off 57.5 cents per business mile driven. That's your tax deduction for business driving here in 2020. So $1 per mile, that is a very minimum you should be trying to get on Uber Eats. Ideally, $1.50, and of course, even better, $2+ per mile. So why would you accept awful paying orders that are paying out 70, 80 cents per mile? After the payout, and then your time, and then the wear and tear on the vehicle, and then again, the actual tax deduction is 57.5 cents. If they're paying you 80 or even 70 cents per mile, it's really not worth it. Number 2, a strategy that has not changed really since the advent of Uber and Uber Eats is chasing surge. Surge is incentive pay, it's bonus pay. So certain zones in your marketplace, because of an imbalance in supply and demand, Uber Eats will pay you more. So they'll say, hey, this area is super busy. We're gonna pay you an extra $3, $4, $2, whatever it is. And this strategy, again, it was the same in 2014 and it's the same in 2020, is do not chase those surge zones. Why? Because unlike most every other food delivery app, those surge zones are basically changing in real time. Now, I know you may see that surge bonus over there. It's 10, 12 minutes away. And it's an extra $3 per order. But by the time you get there, that may drop if demand drops. So now you're just getting what? An extra $1 for that order, and it's not really worth it. So instead, I want you to park and wait and minimize miles without an order, number 1, instead of just being more reactive, instead of proactive, and again, chasing that surge. Number 3, please don't have a filthy car. And you can kind of get away with this on pretty much any other app. Here's why it matters for Uber Eats. Uber Eats, again, unlike most every other app, really is asking customers to meet you curbside. Other apps like Postmates or DoorDash, they ask you more frequently to deliver to the customer's door, the apartment, what have you. So if the customer is meeting you curbside most times, I'd say, 85, 90% of the time, well, they're gonna come to your vehicle, they're gonna look in your vehicle, and what does it communicate when you have a rat's nest in your vehicle? It kind of communicates, well, I don't really take care of my vehicle, so yeah, chances are I may not take care of your food, but what happens if you do? Even if you take care of their food, you give it the best treatment, it doesn't really communicate that whenever a passenger looks at a crummy vehicle. And I know you may say, well, hey, I don't really care if this is my vehicle. It's in the hot and cold bag. I'm doing my job. Yes, but you don't really want to give your customer any reason to not tip. Number 4, you're making a massive mistake by just driving whenever instead of optimizing your driving. Now, I know the flexibility is fantastic. Just being able to go online, you don't even have to schedule shifts like other apps. You can go online whenever you want with Uber Eats. That's nice. But I also want you to look at any promotions. And again, this is market specific, but if your marketplace has a Quest bonus, for instance, this example, earn an extra $18 for completing 3 deliveries. So if I see that announced on my Uber Eats app, well, I'm gonna hopefully schedule my driving around that and earn the extra money. So if you see promos, if you see boost pay, which is a more rare, it's a pay multiplier on your orders, or if you see the Quest bonuses, I would at least consider scheduling around that versus ignoring that and just going online when it suits me. So number 5, this is similar to chasing surge. This is what I'm going to call chasing repositioning. Repositioning in general, well, here's what I mean. So let's say there's no surge. Basically, as a default, Uber Eats is going to show you a heat map. Other apps like Postmates do this. They show you a heat map. Different areas of the marketplace are basically heating up with more orders. So don't chase the surge. Don't chase the heat map. I would not reposition and drive here and there to different areas that are heating up. I would, again, go on my market research. I would commit to my one area to wait and park and wait. Number 6, it's a massive mistake, and I've seen drivers fall into this, is just relying on Uber Eats. And in fact, here on the channel, I've interviewed my brother in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He picked up Uber Eats. Make sure to check out the series linked above. But I encouraged him to not just use Uber Eats. Add DoorDash, add Grubhub. And he found, and what you'll likely find, is adding more apps. Obviously, it gives you more options. So you may be out there driving and saying, well, it's kind of dead on Uber Eats. I'm online, I'm really not getting anything. And then you look at DoorDash and there's an extra $1 per delivery, $2 per delivery. And yes, well, it's not guaranteed you're going to get an order on DoorDash. It at least gives you another option and hopefully more options for bonus pay. Number 7, I haven't seen this too often, so let me know down below in the comments if you've seen this, but I wouldn't drive on any Uber Pro specific promos. Or I should clarify, maybe don't adjust any of your driving just for Uber Pro promos. Uber Pro, it's a newer system. It gives you points and you get rewards the more points and the different tiers that you get on Uber Pro. Now, I have seen on Uber Eats, it'll say whatever it is, drive these hours or hit this certain amount of deliveries and you'll earn extra Uber Pro points. Well, Uber Pro points don't pay the rent. They don't pay bills. So in my eyes, and probably in your eyes, it's not that valuable. So if you're out there driving or if you're adjusting your schedule just to get those Uber Pro incentives, now again, let me know down below in the comments if you feel otherwise, but I would not adjust my driving just for Uber Pro incentives. So if you drive for any of these apps, Uber Eats, anything in the food delivery space, even rideshare, make sure you're prepared because I hate being unprepared. I'm sure you do when you're on the road when things come up. So visit my Amazon storefront. That's linked down below in the description so you can stock up. And if you got value in this video, definitely leave me a like. And you can also click or tap the screen now for my most recent video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.